In the last tutorial sessions, we have implemented add to cart feature. We have another feature is we can manage our cart, that is increase our cart item, decrease our cart item, remove our cart item. And then we have successfully implemented checkout feature by putting some information here. I can place order, and this order will be created in our admin page. You can see that new order 6 is created and 58,000, and we can also see a cart product related to that cart, that is SP laptop, cart 7, and 58,000 is our new order. Okay, so we have successfully checked out or placed an order, but to place an order we need user registration login feature. Okay, so I want to implement that in our website. So let's make first of all a URL pattern to make user registered. Okay, so register view, more accurately customer registration view dot age underscore view, name equals to customer registration. Okay, customer registration. Customer registration. I want to make this view here in our views.py class customer registration view, and we can do it like view or template view or form view or create view, but I want to use create view here. I have already imported this create view and I want to inherit it in our registration view. And for create view we need template name, form class, and success URL. Okay, we need these three things which are mandatory. For template name we want to write it customer registration.html. For form class, customer registration form, and for your success URL I want to use reverse lazy to implement a URL pattern, ecom app colon home. Okay, I want to redirect user to home page after successful registration, and I want to make a template customer registration.html. okay, this is customer registration.html, and I want to import base page here. I want to extend base page here, extends base.html. For title of the page, block title tag, block title, customer registration, and block content and block. Okay, and block div.container, div.row, div.cool-md-6 and mx auto class. And here I want to show customer registration form and HR tag, and inside it I want to use form tag with method is post, and let's leave it as it is for now. We'll come here after some time, and when looking in our command prompt we can see that customer registration form is not defined. Okay, so I want to define it in my forms.py class customer registration forms.model form. Because I'm using create view, I have to use model form here, class model class meta model equals to customer and fields equals to, I'll see it. For this time I want to import customer from our models.py, and we know that to create our customer we need user, full name, address. Okay, full name and address are two things that I want to put from models, and for user I want to use custom fields for creating user, that is username equals to forms dot char field widget equals to forms dot text input. Okay, and for password I want to use password input, and for email I want to use email input. Email input as a widget. Okay, and I want to put them here, username, password and email. Okay, and there are username, password, email, full name and address as a field. Okay, now I want to put this registration URL to my base page register, and I want to put the link here, URL ecom-app:/customer registration. And now if I go to my home page, okay, my server is not running yet, customer registration form is not defined, it's still saying this error. And if I go to my forms.py, this is the form, and if I go to my views.py, this is still saying error. I think I have not imported it from my forms.py, so let's import it. Okay, I have imported checkout form and customer registration form from my forms.py. Okay, now let's go to our command prompt, and our server is running well. And now if I refresh it, I can see register link here. Okay, if I go to the register link, there is a customer registration form, but form is not showing. So let's go to our customer registration form, and in post method we have to use CSRF token, means cross site reference forgery, and here form.age_p we can achieve a form in a template in form name. Okay, so now we need a button here to submit register as a customer. Okay, and when we refresh our page, we can see the form. And I want to make this button more beautiful by using bootstrap btn primary. Okay, so register, there is spelling error, register as a customer. Okay, so if I put some data here, it will not create register. That is, let's create customer1 as username, customer1 as password, customer1@gmail.com as email, customer1 as a full name, and Satobatu Lalitpur Nepal as address. Okay, so let's register a customer. Then we can see that integrity error occurs, that is not null constraint failed, that is ecom-app:/customer.user ID. Okay, this error means that whenever we want to create new customer, we need user, full name, address. Okay, and this joined on is automatically filled, and we have provided full name and address from our model field. Okay, but user, to create user we have used 3 field here, and but we have not supplied that user, we have not created that user anywhere. So to create a user we have to handle the form. So to handle the form in create view, we have form valid method. You can use any post method here, that is, you can use post method here too, but I don't want to use it here because form valid is more robust method for create and form view. and here it takes self and form return super dot form underscore valid form. Okay, so to create user, first of all I want to get the username equals to form dot clean underscore data dot get username. Okay, and I want to get password also, and I want to get email also. Okay, email also. By this information I want to create a user. Okay, user equals to user dot objects dot create underscore user. To create a user I have to use create underscore user. User dot objects dot create underscore user, and here I have to supply username as first argument, email as second argument, and password as third argument. Okay, if you don't want to use email you have to leave it as empty. Okay, now user is created, and I want to what this view is not for creating user, this view is for creating a customer. Okay, so form.instance means customer instance which is going to be created, and to supply user here I want to give that user as a value. Okay, so this user will be assigned to the customer. Okay, that is one customer is one user, but I'm not sure I have imported that user. Okay, but it's not showing error. Let's check it. Let's go to our home page, registration page, customer 1 @gmail.com, customer 1, and let's put address here, and now let's register as a customer. Then I think customer registration is complete, so let's check in our admin panel. Let's go in customer, and we can see that customer 1 is created successfully, and the user is customer 1 whose information is username is customer 1 and email address is customer1@gmail.com, which is created successfully. So there is one thing missing in our panel, that is if another user registered with the same username, what happens. Okay, so let's check. I want to register customer 1 again. Customer 1, email may be different, name may be different, and address may be also different, but if I want to register it, it will give me integrity error, that is unique constraint failed, and this is the integrity error. Username must be unique. So this is not the way that we want to show our error. We want to show our error in very good way. So I want to go to my form, and I want to write def clean underscore username. Okay, this will be used for username validation. So first of all I want to get that username. Okay, self.cleaned underscore data dot get. Okay, I want to get that username field, and if user dot objects dot filter. Okay, user dot objects dot filter username equals to that username. Okay, I want to put uname here. Okay, uname here. If user exists, if this user exists, then I want to raise forms dot validation error, and user customer with this username already exists. I want to show this error. Okay, and finally I have to return that uname. Okay, so now let's refresh it. User is not defined. I think it's not imported. from Django.contrib.auth.models import user. Okay, in my view okay, now let's import this user here. Customer one @gmail.com, customer one, and this address. Let's register them, then it will show customer with this username already exists. Okay, so this is the error, and if you want to make this error more visible, let's check its class here, error list. The class is error list, and we can go here to style our class in style tag and dot error list color red. Okay, so if you refresh the same page, and you will see the error will be in red color because I made some small style. Okay, now it is working correct, and I want to register another user here. Dreamer is my username. Password is password is the same as my username, ecdreamer@gmail.com. full name is Deepak Nirula, and address is Himadol, Lalitpur, Nepal. Okay, so if I want to register as a customer, then I'll be registered here. And if you want to log that user in, then you have to import from Django.contrib.auth import authenticate, login, and logout. Okay, you have to import these three functions to make user login, logout. So let's log in that user just immediately after the registration process. Okay, login self.request and user. Okay, to log the user in, we need we need to call login function by supplying two parameters, request parameter and the user parameter. And if you register another user here, Deepak. Okay, password is Deepak2, Deepak@gmail.com, Deepak Nirula. And if I register this user, then you can see that this user is logged in, but username is not showing here. So I want to show username here in your base.html. Let's use logic here. If request.user.customer, if request.user is customer, okay, I want to show user request.user.username. I want to show the username of that user, and before username I want to show welcome. Okay, welcome. Else I want to show registration option and if. Okay, so let's refresh our page. Welcome Deepak. Okay, and you can also use logout. You can also make logout here, path logout. Okay, logout customer logout view dot age underscore view, name equals to customer logout. Then to make customer logout view, let's go to our views.py and let's write a class customer logout view. Okay, we will use view here. Have we imported view here? Yes, we have imported view, and we are using the simple view class, and in here we use get method self request. We don't use args and quarks here, and whenever user calls this view or request this view, we will log out that user. Okay, to log out the user we just need request parameter. Whoever logged in our page, they are logged out. And return I want to redirect user to ecom app colon home. Okay, so if you refresh that, then I want to put logout here. Okay, when user is a customer, then I want to put logout link here, and in href I want to put the link URL ecom app colon customer logout. Okay, so let's check it. There is logout option here. If I log out, then there is a registration. Okay, and to make login feature here, let's go to our urls.py and let's copy and paste a logout URL and make out as in. Okay, login, this will be fast. And to make customer login class customer login view, and I want to use form view here because we don't have to create anything, but I think I have not imported form view here. Let's import it, form view. Okay, so let's go to our login view, form view needs exactly same attributes as create view. Okay, so let's copy and paste them. Customer, not registration. Okay, login view, customer login view, and reverse lazy to home. Okay, so we have not made this customer login form, not view. Let's make customer login form in our forms.py class customer login form forms.form. Okay, not model form. Here are model forms used, but we don't have to create any data where whenever user logs in. We need these two fields, username and password, to log user in, and this is the form I want to import in our views.py customer login form. Okay, so let's go to our, and I want to make customer login.html here, customer login.html here, and I want to copy customer registration page here, and instead of registration I want to use login. Okay, and I want to put the link in my base.html just below the registration. Login. Okay, so now you can see login page 2, and here let's get separator login. You can go to login page, and which is asking you for username and password. For example, let's put here customer1 and customer1 login, but we are not logged in. We are redirected to home page, but we are not logged in yet because informations are not checked. So let's go to our views.py and let's make a way to check that username and password. And the form valid is very popular method in case of create view, update view, and form view. Okay, form valid method you can use. I'm writing comment here. Form valid method is a type of post method. Okay, and is available in create view, form view, and update view only. Okay, you have to you don't have to forget, you have to remember that. Return super dot form valid. What happened? Form underscore valid form. Okay, and here let's take username and password from the form. Uname, I want to name the variable as uname. form dot cleaned data dot get user name. Okay, field name is username. This is the way to grab data from query dict. Okay, dot get dictionary. If you want to learn it, you have to learn dictionary in Python. Okay, you can do like this also. Keyword, password, and now you have to define a user variable. I want to name it USR. Okay, and what should I do is to use authenticate method to authenticate the credential is correct or not. Username equals to uname and password equals to keyword. Okay, if the credential provided by the user match with any of our user, then it will return, this authenticate method will return that user object to and is assigned to our USR variable. And if credential does not match, then none is written instead. Okay, so if USR is not none, if USR is not none, that is user is somebody, and we have to check another condition too, and USR dot customer. Okay, we want to use reverse relationship. We want to get customer from that user because they are one-to-one relationship. We can use this model name in lowercase to get the customer from that user. If both conditions are true, that is user is not none, and we can get customer from that user, then we can log them in. Okay, login we need request as first argument and USR as second argument. Else, if that means if credentials are not correct, then what we want to do is we want to render a new page. Okay, return render. Okay, we want to render a new page, and that to render new page we need self.request. We can redirect to the same page, but error showing process is difficult, so I want to use render function, which is imported from the Django.shortcuts. Here you can see that Django.shortcuts input render, and render is the basic method to load a page. Okay, to response a web page. And in case of template name, I can use customer login.html, or instead of writing this, I can also use self.template name. Okay, because same thing is defined in the template name. Self means same class. Self means the attributes of the same object. Okay, and and another parameter I want to send is context. In context, I want to send form as the context, and self.form class, or here you can directly use customer login form. Okay, customer login form. Okay, but I want to use self.form class because it is defined in the same object as an attribute. And another thing I want to send as a context is error message, and to show error message, invalid credentials. Okay, and this name must be form. Okay, so because in our customer login there is a name called form, so the names must be exactly same. And to show error here, I want to use if error, and if error means this variable. Okay, this variable, if error occurs, then we want to show this error in our li tag error, and I want to make style here color red. Okay, so let's refresh the page and let's go to our login. I want to use a password, JPT password, and to use false password here. Now let's log in as a customer. Login form object has no attribute clean data. Okay, yes, there is a typing error. cleaned data. Here clean data is correct. Okay, so let's go to our login page again, and let's use random information here, random password, to see the our validation is working correctly or not. Login as a customer, invalid credentials. Okay, so if I use right credential, customer one, then if I log in as a customer, I can see that I am successfully logged in. Okay, welcome customer one, and I'm saying logout, and again I can see login, I can register, I can log in, and I want to add another thing here in our customer login page. I want to put here, or don't have account. Okay, not here. Or don't have account, I want to enclose them in p tag. Okay, or don't have account, register here. Okay, now if you go to login page here, or don't have account, register here. If you go here, there should be a link to go to register URL, ecom app : customer registration. Same thing, I want to copy it to our registration page, and here have an account, already have an account, login here. Okay, already have an account, customer login. Okay, so now if you go to login page, or don't have account, register here, or already have account, login here. So and if I log in as a customer 2, no, there is no any user with customer 2. Okay, and I know there is a customer 1, and customer 1. Let's go to login, then I can log in from my customer 1 account. Okay, so and there are some logics remaining in our checkout page, and we are implementing the login feature to check out in our next video. Thanks for watching.